Hey everyone, we're about to dive into something kind of mind-blowing. There's a secret force that is moving entire continents right under our feet, like right now. It's this super slow-motion dance with an incredible amount of power, and it shapes our entire world. You ready to see how it all works? Let's get into it.
So let me just ask you something. The ground you're on right now, it feels pretty solid, right? Of course it does. But what if I told you it isn't one solid piece at all? What if I told you that you are, at this very moment, surfing on a gigantic piece of rock that's drifting across an ocean of super hot, gooey mantle? Sounds like something out of a movie, I know, but it is 100% science fact. And that's what we're going to unpack today. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll look at how our planet is basically a giant puzzle. Then, we're going to find the hidden engine that makes those puzzle pieces move. After that, we'll see how that engine works like a massive conveyor belt. We'll find out just how ridiculously slow a continent can go. And finally, we'll wrap it all up by understanding why this means our planet is very, very much alive. Okay, first up, the puzzle pieces. So that solid ground we all live on, scientists call it the lithosphere, but you can just think of it as the Earth's crust. And here's the thing, it's not one solid shell. The best way to picture it is to think of a hard-boiled egg that you've tapped all over, creating a bunch of cracks. Each one of those huge cracked pieces is a tectonic plate, and they are always moving, scraping past each other, crashing into one another, and drifting apart. Now, you hear this big word, tectonics, and it might sound super complicated, but honestly, the tectonics part of plate tectonics is just the science of how these massive plates move. That's it. It's all about studying where they're going and how they get there. Simple as that. So if we've got entire continents moving around, even slowly, that brings up a really big question, right? What kind of engine could possibly be strong enough to push and pull these unbelievably heavy plates? Well, the answer is deep, deep beneath our feet, down in the Earth's mantle. And here it is. The hero of our story is a process called mantle convection. You can think of it as the planet's own giant slow-motion recycling system. This right here is the hidden engine we've been looking for. And believe it or not, it's been running nonstop for billions of years. So how does this whole engine work? Well, it's basically a four-step loop that just keeps repeating. Step 1, material way down in the mantle gets superheated by the Earth's core. Step 2, because hot stuff is less dense, it starts to rise up, kind of like a hot air balloon. Step 3, as it gets closer to the surface, it starts to cool off. And finally, step 4, that cooler, denser material sinks all the way back down toward the core, only to get heated up and start the whole journey over again. It's just one giant continuous loop. To really get this, let's use a few analogies. The first one is super simple, just a pot of boiling soup on the stove. You've seen this, right? The hot soup rises up from the bottom, spreads across the top, cools down near the edges, and then sinks back down. That is exactly what is happening in the Earth's mantle, just, with molten rock and on a scale the size of a planet. Or hey, here's another great one, a lava lamp. You know how those colorful blobs of wax get heated at the bottom, float up to the top, cool down, and then sink back down again? That slow, mesmerizing, circular motion is a perfect way to picture mantle convection. Our planet is basically a giant, natural lava lamp. How cool is that? And one last one that you've definitely experienced. Think about how a space heater warms up a whole room. The hot air right next to it rises, moves across the ceiling, cools down on the other side of the room, and then sinks back down, creating a current that circulates the air. It's the same exact principle. So the key thing to remember is that this isn't some strange alien process. It's just physics that we see happening all around us every day. Okay, so we've got our engine, mantle convection. Now for part 3, let's connect that engine to the plates themselves. How does all that churning rock deep inside the Earth actually make the solid plates on the surface move? Well, it works in 2 main ways. First, there's a push, where that hot mantle material rises up, it hits the bottom of the tectonic plates, usually at places out in the ocean called mid-ocean ridges. As that hot stuff keeps rising, it literally pushes the plates up and out, forcing them apart from each other. And the second force is a pull. So, when the edge of a plate gets really old, it becomes cold and heavy. Eventually, it gets so heavy that it starts to sink back down into the mantle at places called deep-sea trenches. And as this massive slab of rock sinks, it actually pulls the rest of the plate along behind it, kind of like an anchor pulling its chain down into the water. And this whole system is what leads to something called seafloor spreading. As the plates get pushed apart at those mid-ocean ridges, New molten rock from the mantle rises up to fill the gap, cools, and becomes brand new ocean floor. So the seafloor is literally spreading apart. And the whole thing is driven by our engine, mantle convection.
There's a quote that just sums this up perfectly. With the push from the ridges on one side and the pull from the trenches on the other, the plates move as if on a conveyor belt. New crust is being made at one end, travels across the ocean, and then old crust gets recycled back into the earth on the other end.
All right, on to our fourth section, which is all about speed. We know the plates are moving, but how fast are we actually talking here? Like car on the highway fast? Snail's pace? Let's find out. The answer is almost unbelievably slow. We are talking just a few centimeters per year. That's it. You can't feel it, you can't see it happen, but here's the part that'll blow your mind. Over millions and millions of years, that tiny, tiny crawl is powerful enough to move entire continents all the way across the face of the Earth. Now, to really help you picture a few centimeters a year, get this. It turns out that the continents are drifting across the planet at roughly the same speed that your own fingernails grow. Yeah, for real. So next time you're clipping your nails, just remember, in the time it took for that little bit to grow, an entire continent moved that exact same distance.
And that brings us to our final section. We know what moves the plates and we know how fast they go, but why does any of this matter? Well, this incredibly slow dance is actually one of the most important things happening on our planet. It is a sign that our planet is geologically active and alive. I mean, think about it. This whole process is constantly creating brand new seafloor and recycling the old stuff. It's the engine that is always reshaping our planet's surface. Without this constant motion, our world would be, well, kind of boring and dead. This conveyor belt is the reason we have towering mountain ranges, the reason volcanoes erupt and create new land, and it's the reason we feel the ground-shaking power of earthquakes. It is literally the engine that sculpts the world we live in.
And that brings us to one last thought. This whole thing isn't just ancient history. It's happening right now, under your feet, at the speed of a growing fingernail. So I'll leave you with this question. Since the continents are still on the move today, what do you think our planet will look like in another 200 million years? What new oceans will open up? What new continents will smash together? The slow dance just keeps going.